Hey, what's up, guys? I just got this car back. Let me tell you about the worst part of the 2012 Chrysler 200 convertible. And that, of course, is the convertible top operation. At least there's no latches or anything. Oh, sorry. Hey. But it takes forever, and you have to be stopped. What was that, like 17 minutes? Anyway, guys, this is a Chrysler 200 convertible. I've had probably 5 of these, and I've had the Sebring, that was before this, and I had the LeBaron, that was before that. So I've had quite a few Chrysler convertibles. I'm a big fat guy, so I also had a Mustang too. So, but this is bigger than the Mustang. This is bigger than the Camaro. This is more of a cruiser kind of thing. It has a V6. I think it has like 270 horsepower, but it still takes like 45 seconds to go to 60. So this is the one that I put all the dogs in. Obviously, all the dog hair. It's actually caught us on a good day today. But I just got it back from the shop. It's been gone for about 2 months. It overheated and killed the engine. So they're trying to, I got the car from CarMax, and CarMax sent it to a third party to have the thermostat fixed and to have what else is it? The water pump. So they changed out those 2 things, and the thermostat failed, so I had to take it back, and then something failed again, and then that led to the engine being killed. And so they were saying it's CarMax, and CarMax was saying it was them. And then, they're like, well, we're not going to fix it because in our fine print on our contract, it says that, if we change something out and something else happens because of what we changed out, we're not responsible. And then I reminded them that I never signed a contract. That was between CarMax and them. So I was like, I don't care who takes care of this, but somebody should, or somebody needs to. So they went to battle and had inspectors come out to inspect the exact cause of the failure. And after a long process of going back and forth, the third-party shop who put the thermostat and water pump in fixed it. So I just got it back today. It's, like I said, it's probably been gone, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months. I've made 2 payments without having the car. So I'm glad to have it back. This is strictly, obviously, for the dogs. I pack the thing with dogs and go cruising around with the top down and go to, outdoor shopping malls and stuff and try to get seen, and people come up and ask for cards and stuff. So it's kind of a marketing tool for my little gig. It's a cool, like I said, it's a cool cruiser. Personally, I like the looks of it. It doesn't look bad to me at all. It's, of course, all stock. I don't care anything about speed or anything with this. This is just so I can make money, so I can pay for that Corvette. And speaking of the Corvette, I dropped that off today. The transmission is probably toast. I showed you in the last video what it was doing. It wouldn't be in gear at a stop. It would end up stalling, and so they said it might be a torque converter or something like that. But thankfully, when I first got the car, they replaced the transmission, so anything to do with the transmission should be taken care of. Like I said, there's always something going on with me and my cars, man. This is ridiculous, But so now I'm gonna kind of drive this around. It's like I said, it's kind of a quirky design on everything, but as far as a convertible top, This is when Mercedes and Chrysler were kind of linked up a little bit. So there's the design is a lot nicer than previous years. So it's supposed to be a new engine, so I'm not sure. So hopefully it'll be good now. But yeah, just a stock cruiser. I do highly recommend these. It's a different car than a Mustang or a Camaro. Convertible has a lot more room. If you notice the space between the tire and the door, you know, the Camaros and Mustangs kind of come up a lot sooner. So in the Mustang and Camaro, the seats are touching. Now these are all the way back. I like to sit like that. I'm about 6'2" or so, but you can definitely, like, you know, move the seats up and have a, you know, it's not comfortable by any means, but compared to the Mustang and Camaro, you know, those seats are more comfortable in those cars, but there's a lot less space, especially when it comes to like the headroom area. You know, you do have, I feel like you have a lot more headroom in this than you would in the other ones. And so anyway, you'll see this car around, you'll see some dogs in it. Gonna take it to the beach and the mountains and get the dogs out. And so we'll go on adventures in this with the dogs, and then we'll go on adventures if I ever get that Corvette back. With you know, doing donuts and power slides and letting Civics race me and everything else. With I had a Prius come up to me the other day. I was like, "Come on, dude, seriously, man." But if they're having fun, I'm fine with that. But I've had the Corvette now for about 8 months. So I've been doing good. When I first got it, every single red light, every single start was a hard start. Every time I'd take off as hard as I could. And so now I'm starting to be able to relax a little bit. So anyway, this is the old Chrysler 200 convertible. They don't even make them anymore. Chrysler stopped making a convertible, and so that's when I went to go get the Mustang. And then the Mustang was a little slow for me. I actually got the EcoBoost. It was a brand new, fully loaded EcoBoost convertible in that dark green color. I loved it. I loved the car, but it's just a little, you know, you get used to it. You know what I mean? It's not a dig against the Mustang or anything. I love that Mustang. In fact, there's things about the Mustang I love over having the Corvette. However, I wanted to try to get a little more speed, and that Corvette I found used, so I went ahead and got that. But I would have never got the Corvette or the Mustang if they would have come out with a new Sebring or 200 convertible. And their philosophy was, nobody else in the market has a Camry doesn't have a convertible. Well, they kind of do. What is it, the Solara or whatever? But I don't know. I just wish it would have kept making them. I like the car a lot. Nobody tries to race me, right? Nobody tries to do any, you know, get me to break the law. It's just a cruiser, man. You know, when you got all the dogs in there, and there's a lot more room, so you can get a lot more dogs, so it looks a lot cooler. Then start making a little more money from it, so that's cool. You know, if I got the Mustang, I could max get 4 dogs in there. You know, and even the way the Mustang sits with the front seats going into the back seat area, it's even tough to get that, you know. I had a Mastiff in the Mustang convertible, and his head stuck up above that pillar here. You know, he'd be sitting there looking like that with his head up above. I was like, dang, this Mustang is too small when the dogs are able to stick their head out like that. But anyway, guys, that's the Chrysler 200. Cool little car. Cheap. I think I got it for like $13,000 from CarMax. And so the payments are like $300 a month. You know, the insurance is like nothing. So it's a cool cruiser, you know, if you're taking a bunch of people, taking a bunch of stuff. And like I said, they don't make them anymore, so now they're probably even cheaper. You probably get one about $10,000, you know. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have a second and you'd do me the favor to subscribe to get that Corvette back. Here's a loaner car. I'll go over that in a different video. So I should be getting a Cadillac tomorrow instead of that. So it's a cool thing because when I took the Corvette into the Chevy dealership that I'm at, it's connected to a GMC dealership, which is how I have the Terrain. And then it also is connected to a Cadillac dealership. So they have CTSs and XTSs. And so last time the Corvette went in there for the transmission, I think I got like 6 new Cadillacs. You know, just because they don't want to put a lot of miles, so they ask you to bring it back in and they'll give you another brand new one. So that's kind of cool. So hopefully get a couple of Cadillacs here. Hopefully get the Corvette fixed and get everything back to normal. All right, folks. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day.